Hello everybody, it is Adam from Adam's Anime World. Welcome to a new video, and it is anime news time. So I've been looking forward to this news for ages and ages. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of the Ghost in the Shell franchise. So we got some news on the brand new series from Science Saru that we've known about for a couple of years now, almost. And we got the news that it is coming out in July. There was originally a bit of confusion that I saw about when exactly the show was coming out. I'll go into that in a moment. The show's coming out in July. There is a little 30-second little video about it where you can see some of the animation and hear a bit of the music. I've seen the video a couple of times. I think it looks really good, animation-wise. It does look very similar to the original manga from 1989, which was the point, really. That was kind of the point of this, was we're doing Ghost in the Shell, but it's going to be very faithful to the original manga in both story and look. And that is exactly what's happening here. So, yes, about the release date. So I saw from a few people, and to be completely honest, even I was confused. I even put a video out about this at the time, going, oh my god, this is when it's coming out, holy shit. Turns out that the date that I said in that video was actually incorrect. But it was quite easy to to actually get it wrong. And I was not the only person to get it wrong. So when it was announced that this was coming out in 2026 last year, it looked like at the time, the announcement at the time made it look like the show was coming out in January 2026. Like I said, I even made a video at the time basically going, holy shit, oh my god, it's coming out in January. I was not the only one who thought that. I was on my anime list just before Christmas, because I was like going, this is when I was doing my what I'm watching video for the current season. And even in that video, I mentioned, oh, I'm going to be watching Ghost in the Shell in January. And I looked on live chat, as I do before every What I'm Watching video, to sort of, see what's coming up and what if I want to watch it or not. And Ghost in the Shell wasn't listed. And I'm like, but this is supposed to be coming out in January. Why is it not on the list? And so I went on my anime list to the listing for the show and looked at, the forum, and there was a post from someone there, and it said something like, oh, has this show been delayed or something? And so I clicked on it, and this person was like, in their post was like, I swear that it said that this show was coming out in January. Have I missed something? Has the show been delayed? And I was looking through the replies, and it was basically like, oh, somebody put a reply. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was something to the effect of, oh, the original announcement was quite confusing, but it's actually coming out, in the first. What they meant was the first half of 2026. I don't know. Technically, July isn't the first half of 2026, but whatever. But it said 2026, and what they meant in the trailer was first half of 2026. But people saw that and thought, oh, they mean January. And so did I. Anyway, it's coming out in July. There is a trailer. I've seen it a couple of times. It looks really good. I will link the trailer in the description if you haven't seen it. I will also link this article that I'm about to read from Anime News Network. So it says, the staff for The Ghost in the Shell, it's called The Ghost in the Shell, the staff for The Ghost in the Shell, Science Saru's new Ghost in the Shell television anime series, unveiled on Friday the first promotional video, key visual, composers, and July premiere. And there's a really cool image that they've released for this, where it looks very reminiscent of one of the covers of the manga volumes from 1989. It looks fucking great, and I'm really impressed with it. It says the anime will debut in July 2026 on Carnival. I don't know what the fuck how. Kansai TV and Fuji TV's new anime programming block that airs on Tuesday nights at 11 p.m. So it looks like this is going to air on a Tuesday night. There is actually a comment from Masamune Shiro, who wrote the original manga, and it says, anime adaptation-wise, this new Ghost in the Shell marks the fourth version, along with those by Mamoru Oshii, Kenji Kamiyama, and Kazuchika Kisei. And he's put, alternatively, if we separate Ghost in the Shell and Innocence, categorise the SAC series into seasons 1 and 2, and Solid State Society, divide Arise into its own series along with the new movie, and split SAC 2045 into seasons 1 and 2, this would be the 10th adaptation overall. Considering the shift in production staff, one could even consider this is the first instalment of a second generation. The original manga is quite old, so I ask for your understanding on that point. That said, I sincerely hope that this will once again be an enjoyable visual experience in some form. And then the article goes on and says, a producer on the project stated at Anime Expo last year that the anime will stay true to the original manga, and so far it really does look like it is. It says Bandai Namco Filmworks, Kodansha, Science Saru, and Production IG are on the production committee for the series. Bandai Namco Filmworks announced the new series in May 2024, so nearly a couple of years ago now. So this is coming out in July. I'm really looking forward to this. I cannot wait for this. I'm a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell. Anyone who anyone who watches the channel regularly will know that. Let me know what you think about this. Are you looking forward to this? Let me know in the comments. And like I said, in the description, I will leave a link to the trailer and also this article that I just read. See you next time.